Hold tight, football fans, because the transfer window is heating up. Liverpool is reportedly open to a swap deal as Juventus aggressively pursues Alisson Becker. Yes, asterisk the Alisson Becker. We're talking serious talks, a potential shakeup in goal, and a massive decision for Jurgen Klopp's squad. But that's not all, because Juventus isn't stopping there.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSockets Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Because Randal Kolo Muani, the PSG forward who's been struggling on loan at Tottenham, is increasingly likely to rejoin Juventus. After a disappointing season with just 5 goals in 37 appearances, Kolo Muani seems to be favoring a return to Turin, potentially derailing Liverpool's plans to sign him as cover for the injured Hugo Ekitike. Will he rediscover his form in Serie A, or is this a case of going back to where he's comfortable? The pressure is on in Serie A. Juventus is battling for a Champions League spot, and with just 4 rounds remaining, every point matters. They're currently 4th, but Roma and Como are breathing down their necks. Can Luciano Spalletti's men secure at least 10 out of 12 points from their remaining fixtures against teams in the bottom half of the table? The fate of their season hangs in the balance. And finally, Fabrizio Romano has dropped a bombshell. Juventus has made a serious approach to sign Alisson Becker this summer. A long-term contract is on the table, and the reunion with Luciano Spalletti is a major draw. But Alisson's loyalty to Liverpool is strong. Will Liverpool let go of another key player from the Klopp era? Don't miss our deep dives into all these stories. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and stay locked in for the latest transfer updates. Liverpool is reportedly considering a swap deal as Juventus intensifies its pursuit of goalkeeper Alisson Becker. According to sources, Juventus is making significant headway in negotiations and has presented a substantial offer to Liverpool. However, Liverpool is not expected to simply sell Alisson outright. They are exploring the possibility of a player plus cash exchange. While the specific player Juventus would offer remains undisclosed, the potential swap deal adds a layer of complexity to the ongoing transfer saga. This development comes as Juventus looks to bolster its goalkeeping options, while Liverpool may be seeking to strengthen other areas of their squad through a strategic exchange. The situation is fluid, and further updates are expected as negotiations continue between the two clubs. Randal Kolo Muani's future is increasingly pointing towards a return to Juventus, potentially derailing Liverpool's hopes of securing the French striker. Despite Liverpool's reported interest following Hugo Ekitike's long-term injury, Football Insider reports that Kolo Muani is leaning towards rejoining the Turin Giants. The 27-year-old's loan spell at Tottenham proved underwhelming, with just 5 goals in 37 appearances, and Spurs have ruled out a permanent move. Kolo Muani initially joined Tottenham after Juventus failed to finalize a deal with his parent club, PSG. Juventus, having struggled with Jonathan David and Lois Openda since signing them last summer, are now expected to formally open talks with PSG for Kolo Muani, fueled by the player's desire to return. The move makes tactical sense for Juventus, given Kolo Muani's previous successful loan stint and familiarity with the club's system, giving them a significant advantage over rivals like Liverpool in this transfer race. The club's pursuit is also driven by uncertainty surrounding Dusan Vlahovic's future. Juventus' Champions League hopes hang in the balance as the Serie A season enters its final stretch. A draw against Milan on Sunday saw the Bianconeri fail to solidify 3rd place, with Roma and Como closing the gap to just 3 points. Juventus currently sits 4th, but with only 4 rounds remaining, every point is crucial. Despite a challenging recent schedule featuring Atalanta, Bologna, and Milan, from which they impressively collected 7 out of 9 points, the path to Champions League qualification remains uncertain. Juventus' remaining fixtures appear more favorable, beginning with a home match against virtually relegated Hellas Verona this Saturday. They then travel to Lecce, followed by a home clash with Fiorentina, and conclude the season with the Derby della Mole away to Torino. While not without their challenges, Juventus' schedule is comparatively easier than those of their rivals, with Como facing Napoli and Roma contesting a crucial derby against Lazio. Crucially, Juventus controls its own destiny. To guarantee a Champions League spot, they need to secure at least 10 out of a possible 12 points. A tie in points with Como would favor the latter due to their head-to-head record, having defeated Juventus twice this season. However, should Juventus and Roma finish level, the Bianconeri hold the advantage thanks to their superior head-to-head record. The pressure is on Luciano Spalletti's squad to capitalize on their remaining opportunities and secure their place among Europe's elite. Breaking news in the transfer market: Juventus has made a serious approach for Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson Becker, according to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. The 33-year-old Brazilian is a key target for the Italian giants, who are prepared to offer a significant long-term contract, either a 2-year deal with an option for a third or a straight 3-year agreement. The pull towards Turin is strong, largely due to the presence of Juventus manager Luciano Spalletti, who previously coached Alisson at AS Roma during his formative years. However, Alisson holds a deep affection for Liverpool, having recently signed a contract extension until 2027, and is not actively pushing for a move. The decision now lies with the Liverpool board, who face a difficult choice: potentially capitalize on a transfer fee or retain a vital player and leader. Losing Alisson would represent a significant blow, marking the departure of a third key figure from the Klopp era and creating a near-impossible void in terms of distribution and one-on-one goalkeeping ability. The situation remains fluid, with Alisson's future hanging in the balance as Liverpool weighs the sporting and financial implications of a potential sale.